just kind of coasting through.
Do you practice outside of school for football?
Oh yeah, whenever I get a chance. It's during the school I come here and I do my classes, and after that just about everything I do is guided in some way to playing football.
Is your practice of football outside of school harder or easier than your practice inside of school?
It depends on what I'm working out. If it's hand-eye coordination, I think the school's program that we have for it, where we're out there practicing and having people there throwing balls at you and guarding, I think I can't replicate it, so it's a lot harder here for me. But I think if I was conditioning and lifting weights, I think on certain days, make it harder for my workouts than what Stansbury does on certain days, not always.
Now I remember you said you lift weights. Do you go to the gym?
Yeah, I go to the gym frequently.
How hard do you train?
My goal when I work out and I do my individual body part, whether it's my top or my bottom, my goal is not to be able to move it the next day. Where at that point I know I've worked it out to that level where I've worked it out where it's getting stronger.
Like, describe the actual moves that you go through when you try to exercise. What do you think, what in your opinion helps you the best when you're exercising?
I think anywhere from core and lower body. Legs are definitely, for my position, probably one of the most important things because you're running through someone. I mean, everybody usually sees football players, and they even do it for the draft. They do a bench test where how many bench reps can you do of 225, I think it is, which in most positions it doesn't do anything for. Lineman's really the only position it does it for, but they don't ever test you in your squat and your cleans. I think those are the most important exercises of the entire football because you get all your power from your legs no matter what you do.
What keeps you focused during the game?
When you mean keeps me focused, what do you mean like what keeps me going through the game?
Yeah.
Knowing that somewhere up in that crowd there's a possibility that there's a recruiter up there.
How do you feel after the game?
Well, the one that we did win, I was really, really excited, but the rest were, I just needed to look at it, move on from what I got, get better at what I did so I could go out and do better each week.
After the game, what is your sort of schedule? What do you do in order to prepare for the next day?
Well, after I go home, I come back Saturday for our Chalk Talks, which is basically we go over the film to see what we messed up on. And then we watch that film, and then we get the new opponent's film. And we watch what they do, what their formations are, what plays they run, and we see how we can line up and prevent them from running a certain play.
Who or what inspires you to keep playing football and to keep doing what you do?
Honestly, I'd have to say it's my family, because I know that in a sense, even though it's long in the future, and even if it's not, I can get an education by playing a sport that I really enjoy, and it will get me to where I need to go in life.
Has football gotten describe football, has it gotten easier or harder?
Oh God, it never gets easier. There's always someone better out there. There's never a moment that I've never been challenged at some point. Even when we played our game against San Gabriel, and it was a 35-0 game, there was never a moment where it was too easy. It was always difficult no matter what happened.
Tell me about a specific game. What is a game that you think you will remember for the rest of your life?
I don't think there's one game. I think it's all the games. I can't just rule out one. I mean, even though one game that really sticks out is the San Gabriel, my first win in my high school career, but I can't just focus on that one because it's all the other games that I played that got me to that point prior to it. Without them, we might not have won the San Gabriel. So I don't really like to look at just one game.
What was the toughest moment for you this year or in your previous years?
My toughest moment. It'd probably be one of my first varsity tackles. The guy was like easily 200 and something pounds, and I was only 170 pounds, so I had to throw everything I had at him just to get him down. And on film, I'm still not the only one who took him down. I had 3 other guys with me, but I met him right in the hole, and pretty much where it stayed.
How do you sort of prepare outside of school for these games? Like, how do you, besides going to the gym, like personally?
Personally, I try to keep my mind focused. Like on game day, I remove myself from all distractions. If you're not affiliated with the team, I usually don't talk to you because this is my game. I'm coming out to play on Saturday at 7 o'clock. You're not coming out there with me. I don't think I need to associate with you on that part because I'm going out to do a job. I'm representing my high school. I'm representing Beverly Hills High. So I ignore all the distractions. I go out and eat, and I come back in the locker room and just focus. It's one of the ways I prepare for my games.
How does school sort of interfere with the team and make you a little more stressed out?
The grades, keeping eligible. I mean, this was probably one of the first years that I've been on the team that someone hasn't been kicked off because of academic problems. I mean, I think this is actually the first year I've played that no one got kicked off for having lower than a 2.0 GPA.
Was there ever a moment that sort of deflated you and affected you for a game and made you sort of maybe sad or just not want to play and just want to quit?
Yeah, there's been a few of them. I can't think of them off the top of my head because I choose to ignore them and forget them because they're not what's there. There have been moments, but I can't think of them off the top of my head right now.
Okay, then what moment do you feel in your life is most memorable, whether it's outside of school, in school for the football team?
Most memorable for like high school?
Yeah.
It'd probably be the first day I came into high school, like not even like for the classes. It would probably be the first time I came back from my trip and came into Hell Week because I met one of my best friends on that first day. So for that to happen, it was like it determined where I went into the high school. So it was that first day I came in for Hell Week. That was my biggest memory for high school.
Who are you thankful for this for being on the team?
For being on the team, I'd probably have to thank my doctor that I had when I was younger because I had a hemangioma in my throat, and he did a procedure that basically allowed me to breathe stronger, even though he said I wasn't never going to be into sports and be able to play them. Because of what he did, I'm now able to. So I have to be thankful for Dr. Burns.
When, like the few hours before the game or before practice, what are some thoughts that run through your head?
The clean versions. I'm just gonna mess this guy up. That's one of the things that goes through my head. I'm gonna do my job and mess this guy up in the process.
What is your family's reaction to you being football?
Oh, I'm completely supported by my mom and my sister. My dad came in a little bit after my junior year when he seen what I could do, but as of right now, everyone supports me for my football career.
Have you gotten or received any scholarships from any colleges?
Not any scholarships, but I have been looked at by a few. I got letters from, I actually got a letter from UCLA, but it was just an interest. It wasn't like a scholarship or anything like that. And then I've been invited to camps by UCLA, USC, Puget Sound, Arizona, and a few others, but nothing that like, we're going to offer you something and you're going to come play for us. It was just like we've noticed you and that's about it.
What is the school's reaction to you in this? Like, have you gotten more friends? Do people cheer you on?
I think I've got a secret fan base because I do know from my mom telling me is that I'm frequently talked about. I don't hear it myself, I feel as more people don't talk to me as much because I come off as more of mean at times. And it's just because I shouldn't say this, but I don't really like people at all times. And so I feel like I think the views on me are a little different than what they really are.
Are you have you joined any extracurricular clubs or?
Not in the school, but I do martial arts that I've been doing since 7, and I'm working on my second dan for it.
How have they helped you towards football and school in general?
For school, it's helped me focus, and off of football and everything like that. Off of football, it's teach me how to approach things differently, because in martial arts, at one time you want to go strike in a certain direction, it's not there, but in another instant, it will be right there. And so it teaches me to be patient and how to react through force and everything like that.
What are your thoughts before, during, and after a game?
Before a game, it's like I said, is I'm here to do my job and mess you up in the process. During game, it's how am I going to get my team out of the deficit or increase the deficit for the other team. And then 3 is for after the game is either what happened, how can I change it, or no, that's really it. It was what happened, how can I change it, how can I make it better, whether win or loss.
What is a major goal that you have accomplished in football or in your academic life?
Passing high school would definitely be one of them. That's a big one for me. And for football, I don't know if it's official or anything like that, but at least for my counting, I almost broke hitting the triple-digit mark. We're hitting almost 100 tackles this year.
How does it feel to hit over 100 tackles this year?
Well, I'm not unofficially. I think I have. I'm not sure. I have to go through my tape still. But that's a big accomplishment for me, considering that I had a down year the year before. Like I got outbeat by a sophomore, and I took that upon myself that I was never going to let that happen again. And I think that's a big goal for me.
When you've had many stressful times, how have they helped you get better and improve?
I know that once I go through it, I will be stronger by the end of it.
What, in your opinion, is something that the team needs to improve on?
Discipline. They are unruly children, and that's kindness of my heart. They are unruly children. They think they deserve it, and they don't work hard enough for it. Some of them.
Thank you, Chase. It was great to have you. And thank you guys for watching. I'm your host, Leila Vahabzadeh, and I'll see you next time on Leila's Talk Show.